Okay, now we are coming to the next lesson, that is 8 jalebis. So we have taken that 5, isn't it? The 5, 6 one we have taken, 7 is not there. It is not been in your syllabus. Now we are coming to the 8 jalebis. So whatever the lessons are taking only, you study, you get prepared with your notebook also. But don't try to read, or no need of asking whether the other lesson is taken or not. Okay, whatever is being in your syllabus, it is going on. Now we are coming to the 8 jalebis. Everybody, I think, all likes the sweet dish jalebi, isn't it? Everyone likes because it is made of sugar starch, isn't it? So everyone likes to have it. Here also the boy who is being mentioned in the lesson wanted to eat jalebi, and how he collect the money for that, and how did he have it, what are the consequences he had to face because he had bought or eaten the jalebis. Understood now? An honest boy is on his way to school carrying money in his pocket to pay the school fees. So he is an honest boy and he has money in his pocket for what? For the payment of school fees. He is going to school. The sight of crispy syrupy jalebis in the market excites him, and the coins in the pockets begins to jingle. So while he is going on the way, there are many jalebi shops. So he could get the smell of those crispy jalebis, and at that time these coins which are being put in his pocket for the school fees, they starts to talk about the jalebis. After a long debate with himself, he yielded to the sweet temptation. So he was controlling himself, though he wanted to eat. He know that the money which is in his pocket is for his school fees, payment of his school fees, and he cannot take that, isn't it? So, but those coins which are inside the pocket are jingling, making sound, making him tempt to buy that jalebis. That is the story. So now we will see how did he buy the jalebi, or whether he had bought the jalebi. Okay, and if he had bought, what had happened to him, and how did he pay his school fees? Actually the money is of school fees, isn't it? Now look, it happened many years ago. So long time before this story had happened. I was in the 5th standard at the government school, Kambalpur, now called Atta. So now which is the place? Atta. That is Kambalpur. Kambalpur, old Kambalpur, and today it is known as Ella. Understood? So he was studying in the school age at the class 5. One day I went to school with 4 rupees in his pocket. So how many rupees are there? 4 rupees. He is having 4 rupees in his pocket to pay the school fees. So these 4 rupees are given for paying school fees. 4 rupees are given. Nowadays, can we pay 4 rupees for our school? No. Instead of 4, how many zeros also we have to add along with it? 2 or 4, 3 zeros we have to add, isn't it? But at that time, long time before, he has to pay only just 4 rupees. Only 4 rupees. So he had that money in his pocket. When I got there, that means when he reached school, he found that the teacher who collected the fees, Master Ghulam Muhammad. Who is the master? Yes, Master Ghulam Muhammad. He is the fees in charge teacher. Yes. Was on leave, and so the fees would be collected the next day. So on that particular day, when the boy is having 4 rupees in his pocket, he went to school. He found Master Ghulam Muhammad absent, and only the next day he will come. whatever I was outside, they began to speak. So during the school time, the money was in his pocket and it was there safe. But when the bell rang for leaving the school, who started speaking? These coins which were inside his pocket, up to then very quiet, started speaking. What did they say? Alright, coins don't talk. So do your coins talk? No, they make a jingling sound, isn't it? Not talking, isn't it? But here particular coins, what did they do? They started talking. They jingle or go kanak, only making the sound, isn't it? But I am telling you that day they actually spoke. But the author is saying that day when Master Ghulam Muhammad was absent, who started speaking? The coins, that is 4 rupees, which was in his pocket, started talking. One coin said, what are you thinking about? That means what you are thinking about? Those fresh hot jalebis coming out of the kadok in the shop over there. They are not coming out for nothing. Jalebis are meant to be eaten and only those with money in their pocket can eat them. So what did the coin say? What are you thinking about? Can't you have the smell of what? Those crispy jalebis. Are they not coming to you? And only those who are having money can go and buy it. Without payment, can you get the sweet? Nobody will be able to get the sweet. So now the coin which is been inside his pocket, he is talking to him that only those who had money in their pocket can go to the shop and get those sweet jalebis. Why? Why the coiner saying like that? Those who have money in their pocket. Yes, because here how much rupees are there in the pocket? 4 rupees are there, isn't it? So making the boy aware of it that your money is there in your pocket, so that you can go and buy what? Jalebis. And money isn't for nothing. It is of not you. It is for using something. For benefiting only, we want what? Money. Money is meant to be spent. Only they spend it who like jalebis. And money is not to keep inside the pocket. It has to be spent, isn't it? And those who are spending the money only can get what? Jalebis. So can you go to the shop without payment? Can you buy anything? No, you are not able to buy anything without payment, isn't it? So here the coin is saying, money, with money only you can buy what? Jalebis. And money is what? Not something, not to keep safe in the pocket, it has to be spent. Look here, you 4 rupees. I said to them. So the coin started speaking easily. That time the boy said, you look, I am a good boy. That means already he is an honest boy. Don't misguide me. That means don't make me go in the wrong path. Or it won't be good for you. That means if you make me go in the wrong path, it is not good for you. Actually, we have to make everyone aware to do only wrong things or right things. Yes, make people do only correct things, right things. Isn't it? Not making people do the wrong things. Here, the boy is saying, I am a good boy. Don't make me do what? Wrong things. I get so much at home. That means whatever I need, I am getting from where? I am getting from home. That I consider even looking at something in the bazaar a sin. So I should not do any kind of sin, because whatever I want, I am getting from home, isn't it? So I should not do any kind of sin. Besides, you are my fees and fund money. And not only that, this 4 rupee is given to me to pay my school fees, not to buy what? Jalebi, isn't it? If I spend you today, then how shall I show my face to Master Ghulam Muhammad in school tomorrow, and after that to Allah Maya or Quran? That means I will be doing sin. I will be doing bad thing, isn't it? I will be doing the wrong thing. And in front of whom? In front of my Master Ghulam Muhammad, and at the same time to Almighty, to my God also, isn't it? Because it is my school fees. You probably don't know it, but when Master Ghulam Muhammad gets angry and makes me stand on the bench, he simply forgets to let you sit till the last bell rings. And because you don't know about the Ghulam Muhammad, and when he gets angry, if the fees is not paid correctly, the master gets angry, isn't it? So when he gets angry, what will he do? He will make me stand on top of the bench, and I have to stand till the bell rings. So it is best you stop chewing at my ears like this and let me go straight. So you stop talking that means stop talking all this which misguides me, isn't it? So better let me go straight to my home. The coins is like what I could say. I had said so much that all of them began to speak at the same time. So first only the first one coin started talking. So when the boy had said all these, what did the other coins do? All started talking against him. There are such a jammer that passerby in the bazaar stare, that means making too much sound so that all the people are looking at him. I spied his surprise at me and my pocket. So the sound is coming from where? From the pocket. So all the people could hear the sound made by whom? By these coins. So they all started looking at him. The coin of those days, the wretched thing, that means the useless, the waste thing, made so much more noise too. Not like today's coins, not less sound. Those days coins used to make too much sound. Finally, in a panic, I grabbed all four of them and held them tight in my fist, and then they were silent. So what did I do? Because they are making too much sound and making the other people look at me. What did I do? I took all the 4 coins in my hand and held it tightly in my fist. So when they were held tightly in my fist, what happened? The sound was not able to come out. Tightly catching like this, isn't it? After taking a few steps, so then after keeping those coins tightly in my fist, I started moving towards my home. I loosened my grip suddenly. My hand came little open. Immediately the oldest coin said, so as soon as my grip was left, what did the coin do? The oldest coin started to speak. Here we are trying to tell you something for your own good. And I try to strain us instead. That means we are making you do something good, not to do anything. And you started fighting with us. Tell me honestly now, don't you feel like eating those hot jalebis? So honestly, truly you say whether you need those jalebis or not. And then if you do end up spending us for today, would you get the scholarship money tomorrow? That means you want to eat the tasty food. Tasty sweet. So that don't you feel eating. So you spend your 4 rupees for that. And tomorrow you will get your scholarship money so that you can pay your school fees. Sweets, weather, fees, money, sorry. And then if you do end up spending on school today, so if you spend this money today, would you get the scholarship money tomorrow? Tomorrow you will get the scholarship money. Sweets with the fees money, fees with the scholarship money. So you spend the fees money for buying jalebis and the scholarship money you pay for your fees. End of story. Kissa kadam, paisa kadam. So everything will be over. Kissa kadam, paisa over. That means everything will be over. How? With the school fees, you buy jalebis and enjoy yourself. And when your scholarship money comes, you pay the fees. So both are done, isn't it? What you are saying is in right. I replied, but it is in that wrong neither. That means what are you saying? It is not right or it is not wrong. Listen, stop bubbling and let me think. I am not a common sort of boy. So he had said he was a good boy, isn't it? But then these jalebis are so common sort of jalebis neither. They are crisp, fresh and full of sweet syrup. So he said they are also not very ordinary one. They are having special one, isn't it? Having crispy, juicy and sweet. the mouth is filled with the water. That is natural, isn't it? When anything we like more, and when anything is in front of us which tastes more, water comes in our saliva will be produced more, isn't it? That eagerness to have it. In school, I was among the most promising students. That means according to the good-natured, polite student. In the fourth exams, I had even won the scholarship of 4 rupees a month. So throughout his career, he was having scholarship. That means a good studious student. Besides, I came from a particularly well-to-do family. Not only that, also he is coming from a well-mannered family. I enjoy considerable prestige. I had never once been beaten so far. On the contrary, Master Ji had got me to beat the other boys. So instead of him maybe beating the other boys also, because he is a family position, everything is to be considered. For a child of such status, so the child of such level, standing there in the middle of the bazaar eating jalebis. How can you imagine a well-to-do family child and having a high place in the school, and such a boy standing in front of a bazaar and eating jalebi? It wasn't right, so it is not good. I decided, I placed a rupees in my fist and came. So what did he do? He got hold of the coins once again and they came home. Understood? The coins were so keen on being spent that day. They kept up their attempts at pursuing till their voice began to choke. Now they are not able to speak because they are tightly held. When I reached home and sat on the bed, they began to speak. So after reaching home, he must have put the coins on the table and he sat. So again, now who started talking? The coins started talking. I went inside to have lunch. They began to shriek. Shriek means make loud noise. Shriek, loud noise. So once again they started making the sound. All together making sound. It will be louder. Thoroughly fed up. So I don't know what to do with them. I rushed out of the house barefoot and ran towards the bazaar. So they are not making me sit over there in my home also. They are troubling me too much. Isn't it? They started speaking out loudly and I could not tolerate. So what did I do? I ran to the bazaar. Terrified I was, but quickly I told the halwai to weigh a whole rupee worth of jalebis. So first we brought 4 rupees were there. So now 1 rupee is spent for jalebis. So 1 rupee, first he went spent for jalebis. Those were inexpensive times. 1 rupee fetched more than 20 rupees nowadays. So that time it is very valuable. The halwai opened up a whole newspaper and heaped a pile of jalebis. So not 1 or 2, many number of jalebis were put in that paper, big paper. He opened a big sheet paper and arranged all the jalebis, and it was a very huge number. Just for 1 rupee today. 1 rupee, do we get anything? No, isn't it? Maybe getting 1 jalebi for 1 rupee. Just as I was gathering up the heap, so he had covered and given a heap of, that is a huge number of jalebis covered in that paper. I spotted out Tonga. Then he called the Tonga. Chacha Jain was returning from court, so he saw that his Chacha Jain is coming after his work from the court. I clutched the jalebis in my chest and ran into a gully. Gully means street. Gully, street. So seeing the Chacha Ji coming in the cart, what did he do in the Tonga? What did he do? If Chacha Ji see him standing in the bazaar, how will he feel, isn't it? So he wanted to hide away from his Chacha Ji, so he ran to the street. When I reached a safe corner, I began to devour the jalebis. He started eating the jalebis. I ate so many jalebis that if anyone pressed my stomach a little, jalebis would have popped out of my ears and nostrils. So that much he had eaten up to here. He had eaten fully. He had eaten because there was a large number. So he started eating one after another up till reached his nose. That means too much he had eaten. If somebody had come and pressed his belly stomach, what would have come out? Jalebis would have come out. That shows that he had eaten too much. Very quickly, boys from the entire neighborhood assembled in the gully. So, seeing him eating jalebis, what happened? All the small boys, all the small boys from every house came running towards him. By that time, I was so pleased with my stomach full of jalebis. That time he was satisfied eating jalebis. Got into the mood for some fun. I started handing out jalebis to the children around him. So the remaining jalebis, what did he do? He started giving to those children who had gathered over there. Delighted, they ran off with the jalebis. They ran off, jumping and screaming into the gullies. They were happy because they got the jalebis. Soon a whole lot of other children appeared, probably having got the good news from the others. So, knowing the strange thing, again children started coming from many other gullies. I dashed to the halwai and bought 1 more rupee worth of jalebi. So again he went and this 1 more rupee again spent for jalebi. So now totally 2 rupees because many children started coming. So he wanted to give them all. So again he spent 1 rupee and collected the jalebis. Came back and stood on the Chabudra means veranda of our house, literally distributing jalebis to the children, just like the governor Sahib used to distribute rice to the poor and needy on Independence Day. Like a boss or a Sahib standing on the veranda and distributing the jalebis to all the children who had gathered over there. My success, by now there was a huge mob of children. Mob means crowd. Children from all over the gullies started coming over there. So there was a huge crowd of children. The beggars too launched an answer event, who also added there. Beggars also started coming. If children could be elected to the assembly, my success would have been assured that day, because one little signal from my jalebi wedding hand and the mob would have been willing to kill and get killed for me. I bought jalebis for the remaining 2 rupees as well and distributed them. So again he ran to the lady and spent again 2 rupees for the, so total how much? 4 rupees now for jalebis he had bought. So 1 rupee, first rupee he bought jalebis and that was only too much for him, and still he had eaten as much as he can, and the remaining he started giving to the children. So hearing or seeing all that, again children from everywhere started coming, and so the next 1 rupee also been spent, and still the children were coming. So lastly the remaining 2 rupees also was sent. So total 4 rupees which was given for the fees was sent for jalebis. I bought jalebis for the remaining 2 rupees as well and distributed. Then I washed my hands and mouth at the public tap and returned home, putting on such an innocent face as if I hadn't even seen the young jalebi all my life. Then after finishing 4 rupees jalebi, so what did he do? He washed his hand and face from a village tap, from that gully tap, and then he returned home as an innocent child. That means he had not done anything wrong. That means he had never seen what jalebi in his life. I had grabbed up easily enough, but digesting them became another matter. So he had in a great hurry, when the jalebis came in front of him, without looking anywhere, he started eating one after the other, isn't it? Now it took time for him to digest all these jalebis, because too much he had eaten. With every breath came a burp, and with every burp the danger of bringing out the jalebi or two, the fear was killing him. So at every moment now he thought of vomiting, because everything is coming up to his mouth. we don't know, at any moment it can happen. So that was coming up, because too much eating will not help us, isn't it? It is not good for our health also. What we start? Vomiting we will start. At night I had to eat my dinner as well, and not only that, these all things are being hidden from his parents, isn't it? So as usual, night what he has to take dinner also. If I hadn't eaten, I would have been asked to explain why I did not want any food. So if I say no, I don't want a dinner, then I have to say the reason also why I don't want a dinner. And if I had pretended enough, the doctor would have been summoned, and if the doctor after feeling my pulse and declared Munna has delivered a amount of jalebis, I would simply die. And then if I say I am not good enough, I am feeling sick, then what will be the result of that? Our parents will call the doctor, and then the doctor will come and examine, and he will understand what is the problem with me. And if that is being said out, he don't know what will happen. It is sure that it will be the end of his life, isn't it? Without knowing our parents, if we do something, we will have that fear, isn't it? How to hide from them? That fear is always there with you, isn't it? Then however we manage to hide it till we are sometimes in certain cases we will not be able to, isn't it? So such condition had come here also. Children don't have stomachs. Sorry, the result was that all night I lay coiled up like a jalebi, suffering, and the whole night he was suffering from stomach ache. Thank God I did not have to eat all 4 rupees worth of jalebis. So he was thinking, if I could have eaten jalebis for 4 rupees, what will be the condition? Just for 1 rupee, and from that he had taken only maybe half of that, isn't it? Still the remaining was left. And then now what happened? How much he had eaten, that much had created him problem. Otherwise, as they say, when children speak, flowers shower from their mouth. But I would be the first child in the world with whose every word jalebi will come out. That means if he open his mouth, he is getting fear that what will come out? Jalebi will come out. Children don't have stomachs, they have digestive machines. My machine too kept working right through the night. In the morning, just like any other day, I washed my face and I gave extra students with the chalk and slate in hand headed for school. So, the whole night suffering from stomach ache, and at the time it took time for the digestion, isn't it? Anyway, everything was digested, and in the morning he got up as usual and got ready to go to school. I knew I would get the previous month's scholarship that day, and once I have paid the fees with that amount, the jalebis will be completely digested. So that going to school was very eager for him. Why? Because that day he was sure that he will get his scholarship money, and with the scholarship money he will pay Master Ghulam Muhammad the school fees. Then the whole story of the jalebi will be over. Understood? But when I got to school, I found out that the scholarship was going to be paid the following year. So poor child, when he went to school, a bad news came to him that scholarship money he will not get on that particular day, only when he will get next month. My head started spin, so everything started to spin around. I felt that as if I was standing on my head and could not get onto my feet again, even if I tried. That means he thought he will now fall down unconscious. Why? Because all the plan had failed, isn't it? Whatever plan he had made had failed. How the coins had tempted him to buy the jalebis? So that he can pay the school fees from the scholarship money, isn't it? Now coming back, and he had bought the jalebis, he had eaten and distributed the rest to the gully children. And finally everything is digested. After suffering from stomach pain, came to the school and got the news that the scholarship money will be paid only the next month. So every plan had a failed. Now he don't know how to pay the school fee and how to face whom? Master Ghulam Muhammad. Jalebis would be completely digested, but when I got to school, I found out that the scholarship was going to be paid the following month. My head started to spin. I felt as if I was standing on my head and could not get on my feet. That means he thought he will fall down now. Master Ghulam Muhammad announced that fees would be taken during the recess. So sir has come to on that day and he had announced during the recess time he will come to collect the fees money. When the recess bell rang, I tucked my bag under my arm, left the school and simply followed my nose fading on and on. So what did he do? He had no money in his hand, isn't it? And he said that he will, and it is known to everybody that at the correct time he used to pay also, and because the parents had given him the money, isn't it? So now he don't know what to do. So what did he do? He carried his bag and went out of the classroom, went out of the school because he did not want to face Ghulam Muhammad. If no mountain and ocean blocked my path, I would have kept going till the end, earth around ended, and the sky began. And once I got there, I would say to Allah Maya, just this one save me. Order everyone for Siddharth to pass by and drop just 4 rupees in my pocket. I promise I will use them only to pay my fees and not to eat jalebis. So he is saying that he is asking the God to give him how much rupees? 4 rupees to put inside his pocket, so that again he will not go to the bazaar to buy jalebis that will be paid for the school fees. I couldn't reach the point where the earth ended, but definitely reached the point where the Kambalpur railway station. So from school, where did he go? He went straight to the railway station. The elders had warned me never to cross the railway tracks. Fine. The elder has also warned me that one must never eat fees with one's fees money. How did this instruction escape my mind that day? I don't know. So now he did not know what to do, but he is reminding all the advices given by the elders. That means many times his elders had asked him not to cross the railway crossing or the railway tracks, and at the same time not to spend the money for any other use other than the fees. So everything was honestly said to him and he was following everything honestly. But he himself don't know at that particular moment what had happened to him. Understood? There was a shade giving tree beside the railway track. So he saw a shady tree behind the railway track. I sat under it and wondered whether there could possibly be a more unfortunate child than me in this world. When the coins had first created a racket in my pocket, the entire matter seemed so simple and straightforward. So first he was thinking, when the coin started speaking, it was going smoothly straight. The entire matter seemed so simple and straightforward. That means what did the coin say? The money is there in your pocket and the money is to be spent for buying the jalebis, and you can take the money because the next day you will get your scholarship money, and so that you can repay your school fees, isn't it? So he thought everything was very simple. Eat jalebis with the fees money and then pay the fee with the scholarship money. This is what the poets have said. I thought that 2 and 2 added up to 4 and could never be 5. So he also thought that that will happen. But now it had happened to 2 plus 2, 5. Why? Because according to the plan, nothing had happened. Had I known that I would get the scholarship the next month, because he did not come to know that scholarship money is being transferred to give only the next month. The very next day he thought he will get it. I would have postponed my jalebi eating program to the next month as well. So if he had thought about the scholarship money that will be given only next month, what would have also planned eating jalebi also for the next month. Now for the crime of eating jalebis. For the first time in my life, I was absent from school and crouching in the shade of a tree in the deserted corner of the railway station. So for first time in his life, now he is fearing the school and the master, and at the same time out of the school and can't go home also, sitting under the shade of a tree near the railway track. Sitting there under the tree, and as first I felt like I am sitting there, he thought he will cry because no other ways are open in front of him. Only with that poor money he can go to school or go home, isn't it? Then I felt that laughing with it struck me that the tears I was shedding were not tears but drops of jalebi syrup. So for everything, every thought, everything, whatever he looks around, everything, only what the figure of the jalebi. Went to the feast and from feast to Master Ghulam Muhammad's cane stick. And from his cane I thought of God, I closed my eyes and began to pray. So finally, what did he do? He did not find any way to get that 4 rupees, isn't it? So what did he do? He started praying to God. Allah Mian, I am so started to pray, calling Allah, the Prophet. I am a very good boy. I had memorized the entire Ramzan. That means I know to read the holy Quran. I even know the last 10 surah of Quran by heart. That means I know everything by heart from Quran. If you wish, I can recite the entire ayat al-Kursi for you just now. So if you want, I can say all those what I have by hearted, all the lines. The need of your devoted servant is only the feast money that I ate the jalebis with. So I am not asking you anything. Only I need that 4 rupees which I had spent for buying jalebis. So alright, I admit I made a mistake. So now I am saying in front of you, I had made a mistake. I did not eat them all by myself, though I led them to the whole lot of children too. But yes, it was a mistake. So I know it is a mistake. I did not eat a 4 rupees jalebis, but I had eaten and given the rest to all the children of the gully. I would if I had known the scholarship money would be given next month, I would neither have eaten them or fed them to the others. Now you do one thing, just to put 4 rupees in my bag. So now asking Allah, God Almighty, to put 4 rupees in his bag. If there is a paisa more than 4 rupees, I will be very displeased with you. I promise that means don't put more than 4 rupees. I need only 4 rupees. If I ever eat sweets with my feast money again, then let this punishment be punished. And again, if I do a mistake like this, if I again go and spend the money for buying jalebis, you punish me. So Allah Mian, just this one's only first time I am asking you to help me. There is no shortage of anything in your treasury. That means you are having enough money. Even our Chaprasi takes a whole lot of money home every month. Chaprasi, the person who is working in the mosque, he also used to take money and go home. And Allaji, after all, I am the nephew of a big officer. Won't you give me just 4 rupees? So he himself explaining about himself to Allah and asking him just to give 4 rupees. After the prayer, I offered a namaz, recited 10 surah, everything he had said, ayat al-Kursi, kalma di tayyab. In fact, everything was that I remembered. So whatever he remembered from the Holy Quran, he recited over there. Then I blew over my bag, saying Choten. After saying Bismillah, I realized that what? Then he opened the bag to see whether God had placed 4 rupees. There said there was only truth. No one can raise what faith has in his state. That means he did not find anything. Whatever is coming, we have to face it. Forget 4 rupees. There wasn't enough 4 paisa in my bag. Not even 4 paisa was put in the bag. Just a few textbooks and notebooks, 1 pencil, 1 sharpener, 1 ID card. My mom who had sent me last. So only these are the things in the school bag. You could not find 4 rupees. I felt like crying loudly. I could, but then I remembered that school must have ended and the children must be on their way. So now he thought that it is time for the last bell and all the children must have started coming from school. So now he wanted to hide from them also, isn't it? Otherwise they will ask why you are here. Tired and defeated, I got up from there and walked to the bazaar and waited for the school bell to ring. So that when the children came out, I too would walk home with them as if I had come straight from school. I did not even realize that I was standing near the jalebi wallah shop. Suddenly the hall boy called out, "Kyo bhai, shall I weigh a rupees weight? Don't want jalebis today." So again he was standing near the jalebi shop. So the shop owner called him and asked, "Today you don't want the jalebi, let me take jalebi for 1 rupees." The next day I did the same thing. I got dressed and so that day also as usual he went home. The next day I did the same. I got dressed and left home. Went up to school gate and then turned off to the railway station. The next day also not to make any doubt to the parents, what did he do? He dressed up and got ready to school, but did not go to the school. He went to the railway station. Under the same tree I sat and began to say the same prayers. I repeatedly prayed at Allah Mian, at least give it to me today. Today is the second day. So again he started praying to God and asking to give him 4 rupees. Then I said, "Alright, come, let us play a game. I will go from here to the signal. You secretly place 4 rupees under this big rock. I will touch the signal and come back. What fun it will be if I pick up the rock and find 4 rupees under it." That means we will play a game calling Allah to play with you. That means he will go, run to the signal board and then he come back. By the time the God has to come and place 4 rupees under the rock. Then after coming back from the signal, he will take the rock and he will see that the 4 rupees inside. So are you ready? I am going towards the signal. So he started playing. I went up to the signal and looked and smiling. Why smiling? Because thinking that God had kept 4 rupees under that rock. But I could not find the courage to pick up the rock. What if the coins were not there? But then I thought, what if they were? Finally, after saying Bismillah, when I lifted up the rock, this big very warm word. Instead of rupees, worm came out, curling and twisting regularly towards me. I screamed and ran away, once again touched the signal. So again we got frightened and we ran to the signal. Crawling on my hands and knees, I reached the tree. Again he came to the tree. I tried my best not to let my eyes stay towards the rock. But as I picked up my bag and was about to leave, I had to look once again at the rock, and do you know what I saw? I saw Mr. Worm coiled on it, comfortably staring at me. That worm sitting there and looking at me. I walked away thinking, tomorrow I will do bazaar, wear clean clothes and come here. From morning to noon, I will keep reading the numbers. So he thought the next day he will come with the Quran, Holy Quran, and start reading, sitting under the tree and start reading to make a please whom Allah. Even if after that Allah doesn't give me 4 rupees, I will be forced to learn how to strike bargain or make deal. So he said, after praying also, if God is not going to give me, Allah is not going to give me, I will bargain or I will make a deal with him. After all, if my Allah does not give me my 4 rupees, then who will? That means nobody is going to give. The last person is who? Allah only, God only. For when everybody is not giving us, we ask to whom? We ask God to help us, isn't it? So here also he is saying, my last person is who? You only have to help me. That day when I returned home apparently from school and actually from the railway station, I was caught. The report of my absence has reached home. It's useless to relate what happened after that. So when he reached home, all his story, parents came to know. That means that 2-3 days now he is not going to school. But from the home he is getting ready and going. But he is not reaching school. So the school authorities are informed the parents that he is absent for 2-3 days, and what is the reason, isn't it? So they came to know about the reason, and you can also think when your parents comes to know about the reason what you have been hidden, what will be the result for that. Well, whatever happened. That means what has happened is happened. But by the 7th or 8th standard, I kept wondering If Allah me and had sent me 4 rupees that day, what harm could it possibly cost anyone? That means he is asking why Allah had not given me 4 rupees. It was only later that I came to a conclusion that if Allah me and were to provide all for asking, the man would even today be living in nest like vultures and crows and would not have learned the art of making jalebis. That means he is saying he got the answer when he had grown up. If we ask everything to God and if God is there to give us all the things what we needed, what we will do? We will sit at home and wait for everything for the God to bring, isn't it? Then will there be anybody to make jalebis or food or any other thing? Nobody will be there. Why? Everybody will be sitting and who will be providing everything for them? God will be providing everything. So is that correct or wrong? It is not possible, isn't it? How can without doing any work, how God can protect you? Can God protect you? No, you have to do your work. Then God will support you, isn't it? So that is the lesson what we have studied. Now after this, now we are going to back to our other 4 lessons from the beginning. Okay. Thank you.